Hello everyone, welcome back to Cool Bike Projects. I know it's been a few months, but we are finally moved. We're here in a new shop here in Rexburg, Idaho, and I'm excited to start building some more projects for you. This is for my good friend. This is a bike he picked up in northern Idaho 2 summers ago, and we're finally getting around to building this thing back up. It's a 1960 Hercules cruiser built over in England. Somehow made its way over here to the US, and we're finally gonna get this thing built up proper. So, thanks for watching. Last year before our move, we started this crazy project of restoring this old bike frame. The bottom bracket was seized and the down tube had been damaged. In fact, the brazing had broken off, and who knows when, but somebody had tried to re-braze it before. So with the help of my dad and Mark Rainey from Grody Brothers Cycles, we ground down the frame nice and smooth, and were able to redo the brazing on the frame. Mark not only did that, but he was able to repair a bent steer tube and part of the rear triangle that I wasn't able to get fixed. I can't recommend Mark enough. He's awfully busy these days, but if you have a one-of-a-kind frame that you need to have powder coated or have some framework done, he's your man. With Mark's expertise, we were able to powder coat the frame to match the original cherry satin finish. We also added some character to it by doing a two-tone of certain parts of the frame in black. Amazingly, the head badge is the original green that was there before. Most restorations involve a lot of cleaning, and someday I might spring for one of those ultrasonic cleaners, but there's nothing like spending an hour scrubbing and buffing out some old parts. The truth is, you never really know how shiny something's going to look until you get it clean first. And one of the best investments I made was this wheel polisher. Something I forgot to mention is that when my friend purchased this bike, it didn't have any fenders with it. And after Mark had done all the work on the bike frame, I asked if he had access to any vintage fenders that could match a 1960s bike. And sure enough, he had something to cover it. If you check out the nose on the front of the fender, it's a cool 1950s, 1960s Art Deco style. So common for its time in the 1960s, this has a Sturmey Archer 3-speed rear hub. As you'll see in a minute though, because of the curvature of the cantilever style frame, they had to get fairly inventive as to how far they could pull the cable and how they could strap it across the frame to make it back to where the rear derailleur would normally mount. It's unique, but certainly one that worked. Part of what dragged out this project so long was all the small parts that I needed to locate. For example, this tiny little cable ferrule that connects to the brake caliper levers. Back in my time working in the shop, we used to have a whole drawer full of these things, but they're vintage now. People simply don't carry them. Even things like this metal bracket that holds down the cable, as well as acts as the stop for the shift. It's one of a kind, and to source one of these, or even the bolt that goes with it, takes a while. I was telling my brother I almost threw away this little plastic cable stop that goes inside of the bracket, not realizing this was one of a kind and had to fit that exactly. It's true, you can buy aftermarket cable stops, but we wanted to keep this thing as original as possible, and I'm glad we didn't chuck this little piece away. Here you can see this cool little pulley that acts as a cable guide. Funny enough, we don't think much about a cable guide going underneath the bottom bracket, but when it's hanging out here on the seat tube, it looks pretty wild. If you ever have the chance to replace a Sturmey Archer cable, this again is one of those rare situations where the cable ferrule is proprietary and so is the cable itself. Normally you have two standards for brake and derailleur tips, but Sturmey's is somewhere in between and longer. Thankfully, the cables and even the shifters are pretty easy to find on Amazon and on eBay. It's hard to believe this bike is almost 65 years old. A little bit of grease, replacing some spokes, cables, seat, and a number of other parts makes a big difference too. But it really is a thing of beauty. For anyone that's more of a purist, you'll notice there's still scratches, there's still little bits of dirt and debris that I didn't get perfect. But this is a great start to a fun restoration, and certainly a one-of-a-kind bike. For anyone that's ever thought about restoring an old bike, you have to think of it as an investment. Maybe not something that gains value, but an investment of your time and of your skills. This was a really fun project. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope to see you back here next month for our next project.